So this session is recorded, so I have said it. I'm not part of you, Okoro. So when they come to look for you, don't call my name. All right. But AI can do amazing stuff. Okay. AI can do amazing stuff. All right. I can see your screen. Brilliant. So let's get into it. We want to answer one big question. What will AI do to jobs in the next 3 years? And I can simply just tell you tonight that AI is going to do a whole lot to a whole lot of jobs. It will do a whole lot to a whole lot of jobs. Okay. And while I am sharing some information with you tonight, I want you to visualize what you're currently doing and how AI can affect you, either positively or negatively. Okay. But I want you to think positive. Think of the things you could use AI to do. Okay, apart from what Okoro mentioned, uh, to be specific. So, but think of other amazing things that you could do with AI. Okay, as we go ahead with the session. So I'll do a little bit of introduction because I know you are joining us for the very first time, correct? Most of us here are joining us for the very first time. Isn't that correct? Isn't that correct? So that I can do a little bit of introduction and then we get into it, right? Zoom user says, I want to learn AI to enable me invent something to make life easier for me and other people around the world. Fantastic. Okay. You are, you're thinking like Elon Musk already, Zoom user. You can change your name, Zoom user, so I know who you are, so we can tell. All right. Now, Tenalytics business is an edtech, and we've been existing for over half a decade now. And what we do is to help organizations, businesses, and individuals like yourselves skill up in AI. This is 2026, okay? And AI has become one of the most popular things right now. There are AI generated videos, there are AI generated movies, okay? In fact, these days, you can't tell what is AI. What if I am an AI talking to you? You may not be able to tell, okay? So, um, at the end of the day, we, help individuals get skilled in certain AI skills that would help them thrive in the tech world, okay? And also take advantage of the AI shift that we are currently experiencing. AI is changing the landscape. AI has leveled the playing field. So there are new opportunities, even opportunities that you have discarded in the past. Let me tell you, one of the things I've been wanting to do ever since I heard of tech, okay, that this is back in my school days, is to be able to create apps. And because I don't like coding, anytime I see those green text on the screen like this, I'm like, how do you guys understand this thing? How does it make sense to you? All right. So I've always been running away, okay, from it. But today, I can now create apps. Okay, in fact, that was what made me start data analytics back then because data analytics is not heavy on code. So I started data analytics, then later on data science, and so on and so forth. Okay, but right now I can also build apps. Okay, I can build websites, and as long as I can think of it, I can build it. And it is going to be the same for you too. And like I said, we're going to build something together tonight. Okay, something really, really exciting. So send this link to your loved ones, your colleague, your friends, your family. Let them join so that they can learn alongside with you. Again, there will be an attendance form in the chat box. Okay, one of my team members will post the attendance form in the chat box. Ensure to click on the link and fill out the attendance form so that you can get my slides and every other material that I will be using or generating tonight. So a little bit about myself. My name is Mohammed Suleiman and I have close on a decade of experience in the corporate space. Okay, and one of the most notable organizations I've worked for is Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo is one of EP's largest luxury car brands, and I did work for them as a data analyst remotely from Lagos State. So if you are here and you're looking for how to position yourself for remote opportunities, then you are in the right place. Okay. Now, beyond that, I've also had the opportunity to mentor quite a lot of Africans, going on over 3,000 right now, that I've been able to mentor and train to take that step into the tech world. I've also been a LinkedIn top voice. Okay, I've also been a LinkedIn top voice. I've also been a LinkedIn top voice. Okay, for that showing that look, this this person is committed towards tech and helping people get skilled in the tech ecosystem. All right. So I transitioned from being a mechanical engineer to a tech bro. So you can transition too. So if you are not inherently in tech and you are looking to transition, then you are welcome. Are you excited? 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 Are you excited, guys? Give me a thumbs up. Type yes in the chat. Ensure to fill out the attendance form also. Ensure to fill out the attendance form also. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Okay, Raymond is excited. Only three people are excited. Only three people are excited. Okay. Okay, Tuwolawi is also excited. Now, what you can see in front of you, okay, this is an app that I built without writing code. Okay, it's called Spendwise. It allows you to manage your personal budget. Okay, so let us test it. Let us test it and see how it works. Okay, let's test it and see how it works. So I've clicked on the link, the Spendwise app. Okay, so look at this app. It is something that I built from scratch without writing one single line of code, guys. Okay, you can see Spendwise, smart spending awareness. Okay, set your monthly budget. So I can set my monthly budget. How much do I make every single month? So let's say 300,000. Click on continue. I can now state, okay, of that 300,000, how much do I want to budget for utilities, for fuel, for savings, for miscellaneous? So for utilities, I can say 12,000. Okay, for fuel, if I go out a lot, I can say maybe 80,000. For savings, let's say 50,000. Okay, and you can see that it is calculating it intelligently for me and telling me how much is left. For miscellaneous, let's say 150, 150, 150,000. So I'm left with 8,000 naira. So let us start tracking. I'll click on start tracking and it takes me to this page where I have a monthly progress bar. I also have the progress bars that are splitted down to each of the categories. So I anytime I spend, I just come here and click on the plus sign and say, okay, how much did I spend? Oh, let's say I spent 10,000 in the mall. I spent 10,000 in the mall earlier today. So I'll click on let's click on miscellaneous and click on add expense. So it's going to add that progress bar, okay, to miscellaneous. And you can see I spent 10,000 out of 150K. And my monthly progress bar showing me one purchase. And I can keep on adding. If I went out, I'll say, okay, I bought fuel, 20,000 naira fuel, add expense. It shows me that, oh, I have spent 25% of my monthly fuel budget. Okay, 20,000 out of 80,000. And you can see how much I have left. 270,000 total. I spent 30K out of 300,000 naira. And I can keep on logging it like that, logging it like that. Say another day, I bought another 20,000 naira fuel. Okay, add expense. It's going to add again that, oh, you bought more fuel. Okay, we bought more fuel. So I was able to build this app without writing codes. And there are several other things you can do without writing codes. And I'm going to show you one of them tonight. Okay. I have a video on YouTube that I created and showed how to create this app. Okay. So I will do something very new tonight. Okay, so that you can later on just subscribe to our YouTube channel. You'd see all of these things. Okay. But what I want to show you guys tonight is something entirely new. Just showing you what AI can do these days. What AI can do these days. Okay. But before we go into the exciting stuff, all right, that we'll do tonight. First off, this is 2026 and the job market is no longer rewarding effort. So you can do all the work in the world in like 1 hour. That's not what the world is looking for. What the job market is looking for now is people who knows how to use AI. And that is where the leverage is. That is where what? The leverage is. How many of us know Mark Zuckerberg? How many of us know Mark Zuckerberg? Mark Zuckerberg. How many of us know Mark Zuckerberg? Mark Zuckerberg. How many of us know Mark Zuckerberg? What is he known for? I just need one person to tell me what is Mark Zuckerberg known for, and do well to fill out the attendance form if you haven't already, so you can get my slides, you get everything. So that app that I just tested, you can also test it. I have the link on the slide, so you can test it. What is Mark Zuckerberg known for? Facebook. Fantastic. Do you know what he said late last year, around November 14th, 2025? He said that his employees, his employees are going to be graded based on their AI skills in 2026. Guess what? We are in 2026. Okay? Which means that every other player in the industry are going to follow suit, right? And they are already following suit. People are asking now, employers are asking that, look, do you have AI skills? Because we can't just hire you and then think of how to train you. We want to bring somebody who will come and add value to us using AI. So imagine somebody like Mark Zuckerberg is already saying that, look, AI-driven impact is what's gonna give you bonuses as an employee in 2026. So it means that right now you have to start looking at how you want to get skilled in AI. And when I say get skilled in AI, it's beyond ChatGPT. If ChatGPT is the only AI you know how to use, you are a beginner. You're just getting started. Okay. Now, McKinsey, one of the largest management consulting firms across the globe, is saying that AI is not going to kill jobs. AI will do what? It will reshape how we do our job. So you see that job you are doing, whatever job you are doing now, whether you are a teacher, whether you are whatever you are doing, AI is one way or the other going to affect you. So rather than wait or say, no, the kind of job I'm doing, AI is not going to be able to do it. Well, AI might just be able to do it. Okay, because AI can now think, AI can make decisions. Okay, and that is a very valuable asset right now, and it is super accessible. Don't worry, we'll use one of the AI tools today live, and you'll see what we'll be able to do. All right. So right now, and this was November 25, 2025. So just barely 2 months ago that this came out. So right now, you have to start thinking AI. Now, Fortune 500 also said that, look, if you're a young professional and you want to get promotion, AI is the way. AI is the way. Gartner says AI won't kill jobs, but will reshape 32 million jobs this year. Okay. And HR Dive is saying nearly 4 in 10 companies will replace workers with AI by 2026. And this was sometime around September 2025 that this was said. So, and we are seeing it happen these days. All right. We are seeing it happen these days. The job you are doing, just sit down for a moment and think about it. AI will somehow, you know, impact it. So now we've talked about all of these. We've talked about all of this. Let us actually do something together. Okay, let's do something together. Do you know what we're going to do? We are going to do a little bit of research. Okay. How many of us know what's happened to Nigeria this evening? What happened to Nigeria in the CAF tournament? Who can tell me what happened this evening to Nigeria in the CAF tournament? Very quickly, guys. You find it difficult loading the link. Oh, sorry, Bright. We won on penalties. Fantastic. Do you know what? We are going to create a story. We are going to create a story about how Nigeria moved from the group stage down to finishing third. Okay, down to finishing third in the CAF tournament. Okay, in the recent CAF tournament. But we are going to visualize that story. So it's going to be a slide and you see some visuals, interactive visuals that will tell story. Okay, because one of the easiest ways to tell stories is by creating visuals, right? So here is what we are going to do. We are going to use two AI tools, and you may have not heard of them before. The first one is Perplexity. We'll use Perplexity to do a little bit of research and come up with our story. Then we'll use Notebook LM to create our visuals. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, so I'm gonna do it. Okay, so ensure to fill out the attendance form so you get the recording of this session. So in case you are not able to follow me bumper to bumper, okay, and do it alongside myself, you can do it later. Okay, you can do it later. All right, so let us do that together. Let's do it together. Okay, let us do it together. All right, so let's go here. Okay, so I'm going to search for perplexity. Okay, perplexity, perplexity AI, perplexity AI. Okay, perplexity. All right, so let's just search perplexity. Okay, perplexity, perplexity. Let's go to perplexity itself. So this is perplexity. So perplexity is like chat GPT, okay, but it is used for research. Okay, sign in to create an account. So I'll just you know, I'll just sign in. I'll just sign in. So I've not used this account for Perplexity before. So it's likely going to tell you to sign in. Just click on continue. And boom, you are signed in and you can use Perplexity. All right. You can start using Perplexity. So Perplexity is very good in looking at the internet. So I'm going to continue for free. Try comments. So I'll just skip this. I'm going to just skip all of that. So I can use Perplexity. I can use Perplexity for research. So it is good at browsing the internet, looking for, it's just like chatting with the internet. Let me put it that way. Okay. Very good for research. So I'll say, um, what is the update? What is the update on Nigeria in the ongoing CAF? Okay, in the ongoing CAF. Okay, in the ongoing CAF tournament. In the ongoing CAF tournament. What is the update? Okay, of Nigeria in the ongoing CAF tournament. All right, and it's likely going to tell me that we won on penalties. Let's see if it's going to um if it's going to so it said Nigeria Super Eagles have concluded their participation in the 2025 African Cup of Nations hosted by Morocco by securing third place. They defeated Egypt 4-2 on penalties in the third place playoff. Okay, and this. So it's even giving me tournament path. Okay, current status. Final between Morocco and Senegal is scheduled for January 18th, marking the end of the tournament. So what am I going to do? I want you to give me a story of how Nigeria moved from the group stage down to finishing third. So give me a story, a story on how Nigeria moved from the group stage, from the group stage down to finishing third. Okay, down to finishing third. I'm not going to correct my spelling. Let it correct it for me. Down to finishing third. So it is thinking now. So it's going to do a little bit of research. Okay. And you can see it has come up with a story. Nigeria Super Eagles embarked on a resilient journey and so all of that. Group stage dominance. Super Eagles started strongly, securing maximum point for Group C. They beat Uganda 3-1 in their final group match. Okay, with goals from Paul Unuachu and all of that. So semi-final heartbreak, it talks about it. Okay, bronze medal triumph, and it talks about the penalties. Do you know what I'm going to do? I am going to just copy. I would copy this story. Okay. I will copy this story and go to Notebook LM. Notebook LM is on Google. So if you go to your Google account, okay, and you open the Google apps on the top right here, where you see your Gmail and all of that stuff, just scroll down. You see Notebook LM, Notebook LM, okay? It is a very good way to create learning materials, okay? It's a very good way to create learning material. So I'm going to create new notebook, all right? And that thing that I copied, that story that I copied, I will paste it as copied text here. I would paste it as copied text. And watch what happens. When I paste it as copied text, it adds to the source. This is source. This is my source pane. It says select all source. So the source is that text. That text is inside here now. So what can I do with this text inside here? I can create an audio story. I can create a video overview of Nigeria story. I can create a mind map. I can create a report, anything I want to create from that source. But guess what I'll do? I want to create a slide deck that visualizes the story of Nigeria from group stage down to the finishing third. So I'm going to click on this arrow, this pencil sign on slide deck here. Okay, now it is asking me customize slide deck. So I'll come to this place right here where it's saying add a high level outline. Okay, I'm going to say create a story of Nigeria. Create a visual story. Create a visual story of Nigeria moving from group stage to finishing third in the recent CAF tournament. Okay, in the recent CAF tournaments. All right. I did not even specify whether it should, you know, I just said create a visual story of Nigeria moving from group stage to the third to finishing third in the recent CAF tournament. I can say use visual representation of football goals, flags, players, etc. where necessary. So I didn't even need to say this, but it's good if you can add something like this so that you can see this is football. This is meant to be football. Okay, this is meant to be football. Let's correct that. All right. So and then I'll click on generate. Now, once I click on generate, watch what happens. Generating slide deck. So all I need to do is to wait for like 2 to 3 minutes and my slide will be ready. So we are going to wait. We are going to go back to my normal presentation and we'll check back here in like 2 to 3 minutes and see the result that we have. It's going to look at this story that I gave it and it will use that to create a slide without me having to sit down for hours to design it. I can create this slide. In fact, I am creating this slide using Notebook LM right now. Okay, so I'll leave it to be doing its own work. Okay, it will take like 3 minutes thereabout. Okay, and we'll come back and check how far it has gone. Are we good? Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Are we together, guys? Somebody said I should recap. The session is recorded. You can watch the recording and redo this thing yourself. And I would love that you do it. Okay. And when you are done doing it, tag me on LinkedIn. Ensure to tag me on LinkedIn. Don't worry, I'll share you my LinkedIn page so that you can tag me correctly on LinkedIn once you are done doing yours. I would love to see what you do. So tag me, tag Analytics Business, because this is the future. It means I can I can prepare for a presentation overnight and it will be mind blowing. People will be like, how did you create this slide? Wow, this is so nice. Okay. And there are so many things you can do. But meanwhile, while it is creating the slide, you can see it is still creating the slide, okay, based on one source. I can add so many sources that I want, and it will, go through all of them. But I just pasted the text and it's creating the slide. So I'll leave it to create the slide. Let's go back to let's go back to let's go back to my PowerPoint slide. Let's go back to my PowerPoint slide. So here we are. Now, if you want to get, okay, Abubakar Sadiq Salihu, what you want to do is click on the link to fill the form, okay? Click on the link to fill the form actually, so that we get your details. Okay, else we will not be able to mail you the slide. We will not be able to mail you the recording. All right. So the key steps to actually get an AI job or to get a job in AI right now is attend relevant workshop. And guess what? You're already here. You are already doing that. You've taken the first step. Okay, you've taken the first step. So I want to congratulate you for taking the first step, guys. Where are your claps? Clap for yourself, guys. So I want to congratulate you guys for taking that first step. Attend relevant workshop. Okay. Now the second step for you is to showcase projects. Now, this kind of projects that I am creating, okay, we'll check in a little bit after we've covered a little bit of the slide. We'll go back and check whether the slide is done. All right. You want to showcase projects like that so that people know that you know how to use AI. People know that you know how to use AI. Okay. Then you want to show work history. A lot of people, especially beginners, fall short here. They are like, Mohammed, I don't actually have work history in AI. How do I manufacture it? Well, we show you how to do it responsibly, on your CV, on your LinkedIn, by finding a way to fine-tune your previous experience. Some people even say, oh, I've not worked anywhere before. I've been doing, I've just been playing football locally. So I don't have any work experience. Okay. And people miss out on valuable years of experience just like that. So we show you how to actually get past all those hurdles, okay, to get actual work experience. And guess what? Learning never actually stops. Okay. Learning never actually stops. Okay. Now, let me show you before we check the slide. Okay. We'll check the slide in a little bit, whether it is done creating, whether Notebook LM is done creating the slide. All right. But let's look at some people that have actually done this thing because it always seems as if it's impossible to achieve, okay, until you yourself you do it. It always seems impossible until you yourself go ahead and actually get it done. All right. Abigail, Toyin, Vega, Nathaniel, Abdurrashid, they all moved from being a newbie, somebody who does not have any experience whatsoever in tech to being an actual tech professional. Okay. And I love to talk about Toyin and Nathaniel. Do you know why? I prepared them for their interview. And that's one thing that you get from Tenalytics business after joining. Whenever you have an interview coming up, we prepare you ahead of the interview so that you can get an edge over others in that interview and you feel more confident in the interview. So I prepared Tony and Nathaniel ahead of their own interview and they went on to get the jobs. Okay. And it's not just them. Okay. That's going back. It's not just them. All right. Let's check the slide before we go into 2026. Let us check the slide again. Let us check the slide. So it is still generating. It is still generating. Okay, let me refresh this page just in case it is done generating and it is just telling me a lie. So it is still generating. Okay, Super Eagles bronze run at AFCON 2025. So it is still generating. We'll come back to it. Okay, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. We will definitely come back to it. All right, so let us go ahead. Let us go ahead and continue. Let us go ahead and continue. So here we are. Okay, this is where we were. Now, in 2025, let's just look at what happened in 2025. Okay, let's look at what happened in 2025. How many of you know the World Economic Forum Future of Jobs report or the World Economic Forum to even start with? If you don't know the World Economic Forum, then you need to start looking at the news again. The World Economic Forum is the forum where world decision is taken. Okay, individuals represent, in fact, let me put it this way, countries are represented by some of the strongest individuals across the globe. You're talking of CEOs of top multinationals, um, presidents of nations, thought leaders, billionaires in dollars. So they come together for sort of like a retreat. And part of the things they discuss is future of jobs. And they go into the actual data of what is actually obtainable. Now, what you are seeing in front of you is the report that shows in 2025, early 2025, employers employers are asked that, oh, what are the skills you will consider in a talent before you hire them? And somewhere around the 11th position, that is where AI and big data came in. This was early 2025. And what was stopping us as of that time is analytical thinking. But I want you to look at 2026 now, okay, and beyond. 2026 and what the projections are saying. Right at the top, AI has now become the most sought after skill by any employer in considering a candidate for employment. And it is not by a small margin. 87 87%, and the next to it is 70%. So the margin is very large, very, very large. So I want you to sit down for a while and think. We are just in 2026. What do you think is going to be looking like in 2027, 2028? You want to join the AI train now so that by 2027, 2028, you're already an expert. You are known to be an AI expert, or you want to wait to see what will happen, just the way we all waited to see what will happen with Bitcoin. I remember when Bitcoin was 13,000, 13K. Right now it's over 100. So imagine you had assets in Bitcoin when it was 13K. I knew about some people who were jubilating back then when it was even 13K because it had just recently risen. So we all missed that opportunity. Okay, some of us still missed COVID-19 opportunity, which was the boosting of remote work. Remote opportunities were rampant, and you just needed skills to get a remote job. But thankfully, that is still on the rise. Okay, and the fastest way to get a remote job now is to be skilled in AI. Okay, is to be skilled in AI. Now, let me let you in on a little secret. Okay, especially if you are somewhere in Africa or you're in Nigeria, which most of us here are. Recruiters are no longer looking to hire just talent within their own locality. They are now looking at Africa, Nigeria, to look for talent that can do the same job so that they can pay them less. It may sound unattractive at first glance, but think of this. A typical tech talent abroad gets 80,000 US dollars per year. Okay. Now, if you're located somewhere in Nigeria, they can pay you even less than half of that. They can reduce it from 80,000 to like 35,000, and they'll tell you it's cost of living. Okay. Because they are looking at the cost of living in your own region. Okay. So that's what they're gonna pay you. 35,000. Now, I want you to convert 35,000 to Naira and divide it by 12. How much would you be earning monthly? Somebody help us with that very quickly. How much would you be earning on a monthly basis? Somebody help us with that very quickly. How much would you be earning on a monthly basis? How much would you be earning on a monthly basis? And I want you to then answer the follow-up question. Is that decent? Of course, it's not going to buy you a Lamborghini, okay, or a house in Lekki outrightly in the first month, okay? But is it a decent start for you? Now, if your answer is yes, if it sounds like a decent, and this is after you've gotten a pay cut, this is after the pay cut, Stephen. Okay, after the pay cut, you are earning over 4 million on a monthly basis. Let's even say Tinubu had said that the federal government is going to take 50% as tax. Won't you gladly pay the 50% if that's your monthly salary? Won't you gladly pay the 50%? So you see the dynamics. You see the dynamics there. So that is what is currently ongoing. Okay. And so many people are sitting down on opportunities, and the opportunities are just passing by. Now, before we go into again, this is the future of jobs report. I've included the link here. It's about 300 pages. Okay, the latest one is 2025. So it's a forum that happens every 2 to 3 years. The most recent report is the one of 2025. So you want to fill out the attendance form. Ensure to fill out the attendance form. You get my slide. You'll be able to look at the details. More in a more accurate manner. All right. So let us check our notebook LM again. Okay. Let's check our notebook LM. Let's see how far it has gone. So, guys, the slide is ready. Who is ready to see it? I don't know what it looks like. I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to see it for the first time, just like you. Can you see our Bronze Eagles AFCON 2025? Who is ready to see it? Okay, so I'm ready to see it. Okay, and I'm going to post this on LinkedIn after this session. I'll post it on LinkedIn. So I want you to do your own also. Okay, and post your own after this session or when you get the recording. So let's open it. I'm ready to see it. Okay, let's see it. So let us open. So it is loading, 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 guys. It is loading. It is loading. Wow, look at the slide. So let me enlarge it so that we can see. Guys, look, just take a look at this. I did not lift, okay, let me not say I did not lift a finger. At least I typed something, right? And I said it should generate. In front of you, just look at this presentation. It is ready to be presented to the president of Nigeria. The Bronze Eagles, Nigeria's journey 20 at AFCON 2025. Resilience, heartbreak, and redemption in Morocco. Okay, third place finish. All right. So let's look at it. Consistent excellence on the continent. Third place, AFCON 2025 summary. Group C winner, semi-finalist, bronze medalist. Okay. Ninth bronze medal in AFCON history. All right. Commanding Group C with maximum efficiency. So the tournament tracker. So this is the tournament tracker, and you can see football pitch sign. So it is giving the vibe of this. This is giving me a report on football, right? So Nigeria finished first, 9 points. We qualified alongside Tunisia to the round of 16. Okay, now match card. We met with Uganda. We met with Uganda, and we finished the match 3-1. And Paul Onuachu scored 2 goals. Okay, those who are following the AFCON, please verify this information. Okay, and this is the information we got from Perplexity. So we just took it from Perplexity, and this has created it. So now, the quarterfinals. This was quarterfinals, okay? We won against Algeria 2-0, okay? 2.0 goals average per game. Clean sheets, all right? Clean sheets, okay? That's the quarterfinal, and you can see the tracker, all right? And then we got to the semi-final, 16 semi-final appearances. Okay. Reference, look at Egypt and the other. So by defeating Algeria, the super eager Eagles reached the final four yet again, extending their own record for semi-final appearances in the competition. This stage was set for a clash with the host. Okay. So were to play against Morocco. So in a hostile environment, the free scoring offense met an immovable object. So, we're known for scoring goals. Okay, we're known for scoring goals. So, and I don't think Morocco had considered any goal or maybe just considered 1 goal. Okay, the Super Eagles held firm in a tense tactical battle that remained goalless through regulation and extra time. Okay, and heartbreak from the spot. So that's from the penalty spot. So this semi-final, you can see the tracker still on the top right here. So Nigeria 2, Morocco 4. So we missed 2 penalties and Morocco scored 4. So the lottery of penalties ended the title dream. Bono's heroics in goal for Morocco proved the difference, sending Nigeria to third place playoff. Okay, so match card for third place playoff. It's saying January 16th. I think it's using maybe Canadian time zone. So relegated to the battle for bronze, the Eagles faced continental giant Egypt for the second consecutive knockout game. The match ended in stalemate, forcing another penalty shootout. Nigeria won 4-2. Guys, who is this? Who is this? Who is this person here? Who does he look like? Who does he look? I will not be the one to tell you who he looks like. Who does this look like? Type it in the chat. Who is this? Nwabali. Exactly. So look at the presentation, guys. So Nwabali's heroic seal the bronze. So he saved two penalties. So something that just happened tonight, without me having to stress, I created this slide. I created this slide. You can see key architects of the run. So Go versus Uganda, group stage engine, the savior, penalty heroic versus Egypt, clean sheet versus Algeria. So and look at the team. I don't know whether it's Osimhen here. I don't know if Osimhen is here. So, but at the end of the day, right? Look at all this was created with AI. AI. I did not lift a finger. Everything is AI generated. Okay, and I'm going to download it. All right, I'm going to download it. Okay, so and post it on LinkedIn after the session. So if you think AI is not going to come for your job, sit down and think again. There are so many AI tools out there. See, AI tools are almost more than the number of data analytics tools that exist. And that shows you the growing effect of AI. Okay. So right now, employees are asked, that will drive what is the technology that will drive business transformation? And it is AI. And the margin is no difference. Guys, wasn't that presentation amazing? Bright says this is amazing. Okay. I didn't even know Nwambali's full name until this session. Okay. Apparently Stanley Nwambali. Okay. So you guys have taught me something tonight. All right. So you can create stunning visuals, stunning visuals. So if you are here, you run a school, you can create stuffs. Okay, you can create instructional materials using Notebook LM. You can create videos, you can create slides like I just did, you can create voice, so many things, so many things. All right. So, this is the future. This is also from the Future of Jobs report. This is not my own analysis or my opinion. This is directly from the Future of Jobs report, 2025. So let's keep going. Now, also from the Future of Jobs, what are the fastest growing jobs right now? Okay. Somebody said, sir, you said I was going to use two tools. I use Perplexity and Notebook LM. Zoom user, you missed that. You missed the second one. That tool that you saw where I did the presentation of the Nigerian calf, okay, that was Notebook LM, Notebook LM, okay? So check it out. It's free. That's the thing. You can use it for free. All right, so jobs that are projected to grow are also centered around data and AI. So, and I want you to look at this page. On the left-hand side, you have jobs that are projected to grow, while on the right, you have jobs that are projected to decline. Can you see mechanical engineering, something somewhere there? Mechanical engineers has been projected to decline. So it was God that saved me that the time I got into tech, I actually got into tech. Imagine me not knowing anything in tech now and not even having the intentions to get into tech. Okay? So, these are the projections, and the list goes on and on. See, I can go on and on about this today. So, the key thing for you now is to use this formula: learn, package, apply. Learn, package, apply. And unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because that is the truth. Unfortunately, you can't. Who is writing on my screen, please? Desist from writing on my screen. Okay, don't write on my screen, all right? Let me not catch you writing on my screen, okay? That's on the lighter note though. So as I was saying, learn, package, and apply, right? Learn, package, and apply. If you miss any one of these three in this formula that I'm giving you, you will not achieve the goal at the end of the day. Okay? If you learn and you package but you don't apply, you are simply saying, I don't want a job. If you learn, you don't package but you apply, you're not going to look attractive to potential recruiters. If you don't learn but you package and apply, that is another word for scam. Because tell me, what are you packaging if you did not learn? Okay. So at the end of the day, you cannot leave out any of these three. And you know, that is the situation right now. These are the salary ranges you can earn. We've talked about this, so I'm not going to dwell on this. So these are people who followed these steps as well. You have Joel, you have Vivian, you have Oluwadamilare, you have Ikmat. I love to talk about Ikmat so much. Do you know why? Ikmat was one of the persons I also prepared ahead of our interview. Okay. I prepared Ikmat ahead of our job interview. And if you join analytics business as well, you can actually request that, look, I want Mohammed to be the one to prepare me for my interview. When you have an interview, you can actually select who prepares you for an interview. Okay. So I prepared her for an interview. And if you watch her testimonial, there was a point where she said, um, it was like as if I saw the questions beforehand, because it was the questions we prepared for that they were asking her. And that was, you can, I mean, the rest is history now. Okay. And I got to know that this young lady was a nursing mother as at the time she got the job. So you don't have any excuse right now. Oh, I'm currently nursing. Oh, this, oh, that. Oh, that's just all excuse. Because guess what? By the time the economy is hitting hard, the economy will not care what your excuse was. Okay? The economy is not going to care what your excuse was. So right now, the big question is, what career options do you have with analytics business? So how can analytics business help you? Look, guys, I'm going to expose you to 6 career paths that are AI driven, totally AI driven, that you can get into right now. And for you to choose one for yourself, which I would want you to listen attentively from now, listen attentively. Your interest and what you are currently doing, just be thinking about it and see which of the AI career path you love the most and you can go into it. Let's start. Are you ready? Are you ready? Give me a thumbs up so that I know you're with me. Are you ready? 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 Okay, fantastic. Let's go ahead. Now, there are 6 AI career paths you can get into right now. Okay, you have vibe coding, you have vibe coding, you have AI for content creation, you have AI automation engineering, generative AI for data analytics, generative AI for product managers and business analysis, generative AI for HR analytics. Okay, generative AI for HR analytics. Now let's start with vibe coding. Let's start with vibe coding. All right, let's start with vibe coding. Now, with vibe coding, okay, it is if you want to be able to create, if you want to be able to create apps, okay, applications, like the kind of application I was showcasing at the beginning of this session, you want to create it, but you don't want to write codes, then guess what? This is the career path to go for. This is the career path to go for. So you'll be able to create apps and websites without having to write the code. So that is vibe coding, coding on vibes. So AI will do the coding, you'll be doing the vibing. Are we together? Okay, are we together? That is what you call vibe coding, or you can even call it AI vibe coding. Okay, and then you have AI content creation. Now, you can create AI generated videos and use it for several things, for advertisement purposes, for faceless YouTube. So anything you want to use it for, you can use it for it. Okay. And there are specific tools that you can use for AI content creation. So if that is what you want to go into, then this is the career path for you. Okay. You also have AI automation engineering. Now, gone are the days where busy work is productive. Right now, if there is anything you are doing repetitive, okay, you can automate it using AI so that such that the work does itself. Okay, the work does itself. So instead of you having to go reply to emails, to reply to customer inquiries, you can have an AI automation agent. Okay, an AI agent do that for you. All right. And if you want to be able to build these things that do the work for you, you want to become an AI automation engineer. Do you need code? Capital letter? No. You don't need to know how to code to be able to build these things. The tools you'll be using is all drag and drop. Did I write any code to create those slides? Did I tell it that, oh, you should color this? I didn't tell it the color to use. I just told it to create a slide. Okay, if I wanted to customize it, I could have sat down with it and specify what colors you should use, what you should do, and all of that. I didn't do any of that. Okay, so you can see how smart AI is. You can see how smart AI is. So you also have generative AI for data analytics. Now, if you are already in data analysis or you have plans of going into data analytics, then this is the career path for you. You don't just want to learn ordinary data analytics, you want to also learn how to create AI automation that can analyze data. Okay, so instead of doing the boring work of constantly giving the same report every single week, the same report every single month, you can delegate that to the AI. Okay, now you also have AI, AI for business analysis and project managers. Okay, AI. Somebody's asking, what about AI solutions architect? That is another name for AI automation engineering. Okay, that's another name for AI automation engineering. Just a digression. Okay, but I'll take questions fully at the end of this session. Okay, if you want to ask me questions, just stay to the end. You'll be able to talk to me the way I'm talking to you now. So AI for business analysis is if you're already a business analyst or a project manager, or you are planning to go into project management or business analysis, this is the this is the program to go for. In fact, let me see if I can show you what we did today in class. Let me see if I can show you what we did today in class. Yeah. Let me see if I can show you what we did today in class. Exactly. So this was what we did today in class. Okay. We created you can see Saturday hands-on lab, which we did today. We created an AI generated business case, AI assisted feasibility analysis, AI risk register, and we did a project initiation using Asana AI in class. This is something that will take you weeks, if not days. And we did it for this particular project. Okay. The we call it the retail self-service portal AI-driven project initiation. So we have a business. That business, okay, is experiencing a surge in customer complaints because the support team is not adequate to handle the influx of customers. So we want to create a self-service portal where customers can help themselves solve problems. They don't need to always call the customer care agent. And even if they call, the self-service will pop up. Okay. If you've ever called customer care and they say, oh, if you're having card issues, press 3. If you're having card issues, press 1. That is self-service. So, but we want to create a portal where people can actually interact with an AI, okay, and get their solutions, right? So, and for us to justify this project, we needed to create these 4 things as a project manager: a business case to justify the project, a feasibility study, how viable is it, the risk register, what are the things that could hinder us from succeeding on this project, and then actually go ahead and launch the project, which is in the initial project plan using Asana AI. And we did that today in class, and we leveraged AI to the fullest. So the world has moved from you sitting down, typing, thinking, doing research. AI can do that for you in 6 seconds, if not minutes, or minutes, if not seconds. Then you have AI for HR analytics. Now, if you're into HR and you want to be able to automate HR workflows, you want to be able to use AI in HR to help you with recruitment, to help you send reports, to help you monitor employee performance and all of that good stuff. You want to go into this. Okay. And I broke down each of them, okay, one after the other. Okay, so for vibe coding, you learn how to use ChatGPT, Notion, Vercel, Supabase, Node.js, Cursor, Lovable, and so on and so forth. Okay, now for AI content creation, you learn how to use 11 Labs for voiceover, Midjourney for video generation, Runway, N8N, CapCut, okay, ChatGPT, Claude AI, and so many more. All right. In AI automation engineering, you use N8N, Zapier, Flowise, Vapor. Guys, the tools are enormous. And each of these tools have a specific purpose that they serve. For example, Vapor. Okay, I call it Vapor. Okay. Um, it is that aspect of AI that allows your AI agent to be able to pick phone calls and talk. Your AI can actually talk, or your AI can listen to people and transcribe it to text, depending on what your use case is. So, just to give you a glimpse. Then, if you want to go for AI for data analytics, You would learn how to use AI in Microsoft Excel, Power BI, Fabric. You learn how to use N8N for automation. Then you learn how to use AI tools that can create dashboards for you. It will analyze data in 1 minute, a large set of data. It will clean it and analyze it. AI is that intelligent now. Okay, tools like Julius AI, Zebra AI, Bricks AI, Quadratics, Data GPT. The list is ginormous. You also have AI in business analysis. Like I said, I showed you an example of what we did in class earlier today. Okay, so I won't talk much about it. We used Asana AI. So this is Asana. Can you see Asana here? Not Arsenal. Oh. It's not Arsenal football club. Oh. Asana. ASANA. Asana AI. You can check it out. It's simple to use. You can actually just browse it now and see how it looks like. Very intuitive. Then you also have AI in HR analytics. You use some of the tools that the data analysts are using, but you focus more on HR use cases. Okay, you're going to focus more on HR use cases. Now, on top of all of this, here at Analytics Business, we know that even after you've learned the technical part of the career path, it is not enough for you to get a job. You need what we call employability skills. Now, the employability skills are the ones that are going to teach you the rudiments on how to search for jobs, where to search for jobs, how your LinkedIn should look like, how your CV should look like, and so many other things. How should you negotiate for a salary when you find yourself in an interview? How to answer tricky questions in an interview. For example, they can ask you, oh, can you tell us a time when your line manager disagreed with you publicly? How did you handle the situation? Or they ask you, tell us a time you missed the deadline. How did you handle the situation? You can't go there and say, oh, in my career, I've never missed the deadline. Who are you? You are lying. So at the end of the day, all right, you have to learn all these things beyond just the technical skills. So that's why we provide you with CV review and revamp. We give you a template on how your CV should look like. LinkedIn optimization. Now that brings me to LinkedIn. Okay. Now let me share my LinkedIn profile link with you so that you guys can connect with me. Now, I want you to take a look at my LinkedIn. Okay. If your own LinkedIn profile does not look like my own, then you have not started. You have not started, whether you know any skill or not. If your LinkedIn is not as polished as mine, you are still a starter. In fact, you've not started. So you need to panel beat and paint and and don't worry, let's not go there. You need to panel beat your LinkedIn in a nutshell. So let me put my LinkedIn profile link in the chat. Okay, you can do well to connect with me as well. And if you connect with me, you're going to see that slide. That slide we did today. You're going to see it on LinkedIn. I'll post it on LinkedIn so you can see it. You can even you'll be able to download it from LinkedIn. Okay. So you'd also learn how to navigate the job market. Where should you apply to jobs? What are the platforms to apply to jobs? Okay. Interview preparation. I don't think I need to talk about interview preparation anymore. I've talked about it. But the beautiful thing about this interview preparation is, apart from the fact that we prepare you ahead of the interview, whenever you have an interview coming up, it is an ongoing service. What do I mean by ongoing? It means that even after your program has ended, because it's an 8 weeks program, 2 months. Even after the program has ended, if you have an interview coming up, just reach out to us. We'll prepare you ahead of the interview at no extra cost. Let that sink in. At no extra cost. Many edtechs you find out there, they don't want to do it. Once you are done with your program, bye bye. They don't want to hear from you. They'll close the groups and all of that. We don't do that yet. Okay? We'll prepare you ahead of the interview, okay? Even if your program has officially ended and it is at no extra cost. Okay? So I want you to think about that as we go on. You also have job reference. One of the things we allow you to do here at Analytics Business is we allow you to use Analytics Business as your current or previous experience, okay? So that by the time you're applying to job, you are already gaining experience. As you are learning, you're already gaining experience. Okay, it is showing that you're working at analytics business, and that way you can benefit from our own brand equity. Okay, and you are good to go. All right, you are good to go. So whenever you now need a job reference letter, you can come to us and we would write a reference letter on your behalf. Now, you also have on the job support. I think this is pretty much self-explanatory. On the job support. So when you get a job, if you need support, just come to us. Okay, as long as you've passed through our program, you're good to go. You get support at no extra cost. You also have weekly mentorship sessions and Upwork optimization. Upwork is a platform for freelancing. If you don't want to work 9 to 5, okay, you just want to be your own boss, do projects here and there and get paid. Upwork is the way to go. Some of you may already know Upwork, but those of you who don't know, Upwork is a freelancing platform. And for those of you who know Upwork, you may be of the opinion now that, oh, Upwork is hard. It's hard to get a job on Upwork, which I agree with you. But the reason it is hard for you is because you don't have some information. Okay. I wish I could show you everything now, but time would not permit us to do that. Okay. So let us see. Now, the program is for 2 months, like I said, 100% online. Your classes are mainly during the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., Sundays, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Okay, so you can accommodate all your other activities as usual. Now, during the weekdays, we meet with you, but it is not for classes. On Tuesday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., we meet with you in a session called support session. Now, this session is for you to come and ask questions on the things you've done in the previous classes. So if there are any gray areas, this is where you complain and you ask questions. So apart from the fact that you can ask questions during class, you can ask questions on the WhatsApp group. We created this specifically for questions again during the week. Okay. Then on Thursdays, 9 to 10 p.m., we also meet with you, but for mentorship. So you don't have to prepare for the class, just join and enjoy. Okay, you just join and enjoy. You learn new things about interviews, you learn new things about positioning yourself for jobs, even around the mindset, how you think, okay, as a tech talent. All right, now, and at the end of the program, you get an ACTD accredited certificate, not just a certificate that has 10 analytics business on it. You have an ACTD accredited certificate. What does this mean? It means that the certificate is accredited by the American Council of Training and Development. Anywhere you go around the world, you can boast about it, you can brag about it. Are you with me? You can brag about it because it gets to a point where if two candidates are very good, are equally good, and they are looking for something to tie break them, a tiebreaker, this could be your own lifeline. Okay, this guy has a certification that is accredited by reputable. So you brag about it. Yes, if of course you have to go with your portfolio, you have to have projects that you've worked on, but it is also good to brag about something that you have. If you don't have it, it's a different case. But if you have it, brag about it. Are you with me, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you are with me. Give me a thumbs up if you are with me, guys. Give me a thumbs up if you are with me. Fantastic. So now these are some of the job boards you can apply to jobs on if you are looking for remote jobs. If you're looking for remote jobs, this is a job board. These are the job boards: Flex Jobs, We Work Remotely, Crossover, Jobspresso, Wellfound, Angel List, Upwork, Fiverr, Skip the Drive, Indeed, LinkedIn, you know, and so on. In fact, I mentioned some that are not here. Okay. You have micro.ai. You can check that out as well. You have Crossover. I didn't put it here. You can check that out as well. So there are more. There are more than what you are seeing on my screen. Okay. So this person, Pavel, moved from being a teacher to a tech professional. What did he do? He followed the formula: learn, package, apply. Okay, same as Bukola, from a newbie, followed the learn package and apply and got our very first tech job. Same as Ene. Ene currently works remotely for a company in Germany after passing through one of our programs. Same as Judith, and the list keeps going on and on and on and on. I can keep going on and on. And you can check these guys out on LinkedIn. You can reach out to them. Okay, and there are so many more. If you check our socials, you see more testimonials on there, okay, of people like yourself who took that bold step and now they are in tech. Okay, the first thing is to pick a career path and start learning. Second is you build your project portfolio. So you have to build industry specific projects, which you'll be building once you join. You can see what we did, what I showed you that we did in one of the classes today. That is a real world project. Okay, and you get to experience things like that. Then you sell your skills. Okay, get your first clients, and from there you can scale up. You can scale up. I did not say scale up, I said scale. Scale meaning you multiply. Okay, now this is just showing again some of the job boards that I already talked about, so I'll not dwell on these. Now, how can you get yourself started? Okay, that's the key thing. We can stay here and talk. We can stay here and you ask questions, which you're going to ask questions. Okay, after this part, I'll give you room to ask me questions. Okay, but guess what? If you don't take that decision to start, okay, look, right now I want to go into AI. If you don't make that decision and make that conviction for yourself, okay, it's just you're gonna just concur and say, oh, this is a good thing, and you don't do it. And at the end of the day, what is the cost you pay? The cost you pay is what is out of your control, the economy, the fact that you really can't control now how you get promotions. If you want to get promotion now, if you are currently working 9 to 5 and you want to get a promotion, this is the easiest strategy for you. Just let it one of the AI skills, find a way to apply it on your job and watch what happens. Just sit down and watch what happens. Any right thinking employer will find a way to keep you so that you don't go. Okay. Now, how many of you want to know how you can get yourself started with analytics business today? How many of you want to know when you can get started, how you can get yourself started with analytics business? Okay, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Fantastic. Our next cohort is starting on the 7th of February 2026. And I have good news for you. The good news is we have an early bird discount. It is a massive discount for an early bird discount. It's a massive discount for an early bird discount. Now, all the things I'm going to talk about, okay, the pricing is the same for all the programs, okay? It's the same for each of the programs. So whichever one you go for, you get to know the prices now, okay? And the standard fee for the program is 250,000. But now we have an early bird discount of 40%, a whooping 40%. And that 40% means the prices slash by a whooping 100,000 naira and drops it down to 150,000. As if that is not good enough, you can split the payment into two parts, 75K now and 75K later in February. 75K now and 75K later in February. Now, you might say that, oh, Mohammed, the 75K is fair, but I don't have up to 75K to even secure my slots tonight. Because guess what? The early bird discounts are for those who secure their spot tonight, right? You can pay a minimum of even 25,000. If you have 25,000, you can lock down this early bird discount so that by February, let's say February 1, 2, or February 6th at most, before the class starts, you can now top up that's your initial deposit to make 75,000 and allow you start the class. Now, after you start the class, 1 month after, you then balance the payment. So I wrote 40,000 naira here, but if you have as low as 25,000 now, you can secure a spot for yourself and enjoy everything I've talked about. Okay. If for nothing, okay, if for nothing, you can secure your spot because of um ongoing the ongoing support that you have. Lifetime interview preparation. Nobody will do that for you. Okay. Omomi, you are writing on my screen. Okay. You are writing on my screen. All right. So please, don't write on my screen. Thank you very much. Okay. Now you can take a screenshot of this page, okay, so that you can secure your spot immediately after the session or even while we are here. Now I'll go on to take questions. If you have questions for me, you can either drop it in the chat or click on the react button on your screen and use the raise hand icon like this. I would allow you to unmute so you can ask me questions. Okay, so who has questions for me? Question time, question time, question time, question time, question time. Who has questions? Question, question, question. Who wants to speak with me? Ego is saying, as a data analyst and project manager, which of the AI program will be suitable for me? Either AI for data analytics or AI for project management. Okay, well, I'll love you to. You can start with anyone, but you can go for AI for project management. Okay, Ego, you can go for register for AI for project management. You will love it. Okay, you will love it. All right, register for AI for project management for you. Somebody saying which of the AI is more lucrative. It's not about being lucrative. It's about what you want. okay? Because each of them are equally lucrative, okay? Zoom user, each of them are equally lucrative. So it is more about what you want. For example, if I say go for AI for HR analytics and you just don't like HR, it's going to be useless for you because you don't like it. All right. So do something that you like. So which of the big question you need to answer now, Zoom user, is which of these resonates with you? As I was talking about it the other time, which of them clicked with you? So Bright, your hand was up, but you dropped the hand. Do you want to raise it up again so that I can ask you to unmute so you can speak with me? Bright, I think Bright 3, okay? So, all right, go ahead, Bright. I've asked you to unmute. You can unmute your microphone now.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, so for the concerning the window of early birds,
Yeah.
so what is the time frame for the early birds?
Oh, sorry, I didn't mention that. It's the first 10 people. Once we have 10 people, it's closing. Okay, for the first 10 people. So it's just for 10 people. Thank you for asking that question. I forgot to mention that. All right. So I hope that answers your question, Bright. So are you going to be one of them? Or when are you looking to secure a spot so I know whether you can meet up? Bright, are you there? Can you hear me? Your mic is muted. You may want to unmute so that I can hear you.
Oh yes.
Okay. So you're going to secure a spot when exactly?
Well, I can't say for now, but definitely probably between next week.
Next week may be risky. Oh. You are risking another extra 100K. All right. So find something to use to hold down the spot. And once you've done that, you can send me a message. Okay. You can send me a message via this line. Send me a message via this line 0703 215 8619. Okay. 0703 215 8619. 0703 215 8619. So once you've secured your spot, please send me a DM immediately so that we can move you to the next step. So Kuda bank account 3002 668 546, as you can see it on the screen. Okay, analytics, data, and strategy. So once you've secured your spot with at least 25,000, you can pay up to, I mean, you can pay anything, but at least 25,000 secures your spot. And you can top up before the class starts to meet up with the first 75,000 installments, and then you can now top up. Now, it is a two installment package. I am only giving you a leeway for you to secure a spot tonight so that I can benefit from the early bird discount. Otherwise, it is 250,000. Joshua, go ahead and unmute. You are the next person in line. Then after you, CJ. Joshua, go ahead and ask a question.
Yeah, good evening. Number one, I wanted to ask, you say the class is basically it's online class.
Yes,
That
correct.
okay. Now for each of the various courses listed, they have different time, I
Facilitators.
believe.
Yeah, different
The
facilitators.
different facilitators. Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to also share if you have the probably course curriculum or course overview. Let's uh
All
to
right.
take for each. I'm
Okay. All right.
looking
No
at.
problem.
I'm not, yeah. Okay. I really appreciate. Probably I can reach you with that number you just shared.
Yeah, you can.
If
You
it's
can.
for WhatsApp. WhatsApp.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
okay.
So are you securing your spots tonight, or when are you planning to do that?
Let's see. Maybe after this we can chat.
All
You
right,
can
no
share.
problem. Anything you do, don't miss out on the discount, because as we're speaking now, some people are silently securing their spots. and it is counting like that. Okay. So move very strategically. All right. So but yeah, we'll talk after this. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, Robert is asking in the chat which one is suitable for developing Forex robots, either vibe coding or AI automation, any of the two. Okay, either vibe coding or AI automation. So CJ, your hand is next. You can go ahead and unmute.
Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, great section. I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to ask, if one wants to get two courses, is there like
Yeah.
a combo discount? Is
Mm,
there like a combo discount? Like I want to do something and I want to add another course to it. Is there like a discount for those kind of things?
okay. So normally, yeah, if you want to do that, okay, if you want to do that, it's possible you get one on a discount and one at the full price. Okay, because of the number of slots that are left. Okay, because of the number of slots that are left. But what I can guarantee you is you will get the early bird package for both of them. Okay, if you're going for two courses, you get the early bird package, okay, for both of them. But if it is more than that, we can now start to discuss like a group, maybe you have access to a group or something. We can discuss further outside of this call, okay? Does that answer your question? But I can guarantee you the early bird discount for those two courses. So instead of 500K, you pay only 300,000. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, I might have to chat you after this call so that we can
All right,
talk
no,
further.
all right, no problem then. Okay, I'll be expecting your DM. Okay, you can also reach me via 0811 374 7156. WhatsApp, please. Okay, WhatsApp. All right, WhatsApp. Okay, WhatsApp. And the payment information is also in the chat box. You can easily copy it from there. Looking at the charts, you can easily copy from there. So, all right. So who is next? Who is next? WhatsApp 0811 374 7156. 0811. It's in the charts. I'm reading it from the charts. 0811 374 7156. Okay. Or 0703 215 8619. Anyone. Okay. Anyone that you so desire. Okay. WhatsApp. Okay. WhatsApp. Any more questions? If you've secured your spot, just say secured so that I can celebrate you before we call it a night. If you've secured your spot, type secured in the chat so that I can celebrate you. Okay? So that I can celebrate you. Okay? But congratulations in advance for those of you who will still secure after the session. Okay, only 10 slots. Only 10 slots. So there is no deadline. It is the number of slots that determines whether the discount is still open or not. Okay. So ensure to secure your spot as early as you possibly can, okay? So that you don't. Okay, Robert. Yeah, I didn't see your hand up, so that's how I was wrapping up. Robert, if you have a question, raise up your hand so I can ask you to unmute so you can talk. Okay. So I can ask you to. Let me see if I can locate you, Robert. Robert. Let me see. Where's Robert? In the chat. So give me a second. Let me see if I can locate you. Robert has a question. Robert has a question. If you can unmute, okay. Robert, I've asked you to unmute. Kindly unmute your mic and speak now.
All right. Good evening. Thank you so
Yeah, good
much.
evening.
Even though, fortunately, uh, uh, I was called out, from time to time, but I followed
Okay.
at some point. I'm just looking at. So what you're saying is that the full price is 250K, and
Yes.
with 40% discount, we're paying 150,000. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Even though one would have loved a situation where uh, you can even come down to even 100. However,
Okay.
I'm also looking at the two installment, falling in the same month. You know,
Okay.
in view of the fact that this program will run for 3 months. So one would
It's
have,
for it's actually for 2 months.
it's for 2 months.
Yeah, 8
Yeah,
weeks.
you can spread it till the end of the program, made in such a way that, at the end of the day, you have a certificate to give. So nobody will want to take the knowledge and then abandon certificate. So just to make it flexible so that you can have a lot of entry. So the two things I'm saying, if it is possible,
Okay.
bring it
Okay.
to 100K, and
Okay.
then let's have that spread for the 2 months, say 50-50. That's
Okay.
one. Now, my
Okay.
primary focus, I have a number of things I want to do here. If it is possible for me, I want to have a combination of all of the knowledge. But there are two things
Okay.
I want to do. Data analytics, or AI for data analytics, I'm looking at that. And then
Hmm.
I'm also interested in Forex. So I want something in Forex. I heard you talked about AI automation and vibe
Yeah.
coding. Any one of them can help me develop a robot, or which one do you think is more suitable? If you get my question.
So, okay. So, let me write that down because I want to answer your previous questions before. Um, Give me a second. Okay, great. Now, let me start from you mentioned that we should spread the payment so we can have a lot more people to join. Now, I'll tell you one of the tricks that some people have used. Okay, they hacked our system. So let me tell you the hack, okay, because it has gone viral now. So you can actually lock down your spot now and say you want to start in March. What that means is you have now the whole of February to pay as you like. You can pay small, small, okay, until you reach that March, and then after you start, your final payment will be due at the end of March. So that allows you to spread the payment. So you can do that. That's number one. Now, number two is my goal here is not to get many people. I don't want many people. I know that this is not for everybody. Okay. I know that this is not for everybody. So the kind of people I want to work with are the people that I know I can get results. Okay. You see some people, they will join the program and we still have to force them to attend classes. We still have to motivate them to attend class. And I'm shocked that what's wrong? So at the end of the day, right, you have a part to play as well. So I don't want to work with everybody possible. I just want to work with people that I know that are ready to dedicate the next 2 months to learning this AI skill to skill up. So even if the option to spread the payments, how I have just said, so, instead of starting February, you start March, so that gives you time. um I still know that, or I do that not because I want more people to join, okay, but because I want to work with actual people that are interested. And we've seen that in the people that have gotten jobs so far. Okay, these are people that are diligent, they show up to class. If you ask them to do their LinkedIn optimization, they do it because we will do our own part. I can guarantee you my own part of giving you all the resources that you need. Okay, so it is now on you to then do your own part. That's one. Number two, you mentioned if I can still come down to 100,000. Now let's picture this. If I come down to 100,000, okay, let's even assume that there is no discount. Okay, let's assume there is no discount, or let's say let's use the discount 150K. If I come down to 100,000, you are saving how much? 50,000 naira. Let's assume that you had 50,000 naira somewhere and you lost that money. You lost the money. Maybe you threw it out of the window or something happened and you lost that 50,000 naira. The question you want to really ask yourself is, how long will it take you to make back that 50,000 naira? For some people, it's 1 month. For some people, it's 2 months. For some people, it's 3 months. Whatever the case is, are you saying that 1 month is too much for you to sacrifice to position yourself in a skill that you and myself know is you can't even you can't say the actual value now, right now. Okay, the opportunities are endless. So are you saying that because of 50,000 naira or that extra 1 month that you used to recover it if you lost 50,000 naira, okay, is not worth sacrificing? So that's the realization I want us to sit down and think of, that look, don't do this course because it's cheap. For some people, this 150K is cheap, but don't do it because, oh, it's cheap, now let me do it. No, those are the kind of people that you won't attend class because you paid because it's cheap. I want you to pay because you know that this is the next step for you now towards that financial freedom that you want to get, not because it's cheap. Okay, so that mindset shift has to be there. That's for that question. Now, you also mentioned that you want to go for all. Now, I tell people, don't go for all. Don't go for all. I will personally not allow you to go for all. And I'll tell you the reason why. If you go for all, it means your plan is to spend the next 8 to 1 year, 8 months to 1 year learning. That is exactly what we want to avoid. Because when you learn and continue learning and continue learning and learning and learning and learning, you find yourself in what I call a learning spiral. Okay? A learning spiral. Jet fighter pilots, they call something a death spiral, where two planes, okay, let me not go to planes, okay, let's leave planes out of it, but I call it a learning spiral. It's a spiral where you are learning, you know a lot of things, but you still feel inadequate. It is just how human beings are. That's just how human beings are designed. Because you see how much you are learning, you will not feel confident at any point in time to put that thing to use. Then it will end up wasting. So what should you do then? You learn one, okay? Get a job in that one before you learn another one. So as you are working, you are learning another one. So that you are getting a return on your investment before you are investing another thing back in. I don't know if that makes sense. So that is my response to that. Then which one really resonates more with Forex in AI vibe coding and AI automation engineering? Okay. It really depends on the use case, and I'll tell you the reason why. If what you want is an app, you want to create an app that you can also sell to people, okay, that can maybe do predictions on Forex market and all of that. Okay, you want to go for vibe coding because you are creating apps. Now, if you want to create something, an automation workflow, maybe an AI agent, imagine you have somebody, you employed somebody, and that person's job is to always go and look at the news and see what's happening and also predict what is going to happen in the assets that you have and send it maybe as an email or as a message to you. Okay, instead of employing that person, you create an AI agent that does that for you. If that's what you want to do, then you go for AI automation engineering. So it's just the use case that differs. Okay. The use case is what will determine which one you go for. If it is app or website you want to build to be able to do that thing for you, vibe coding. If it's an AI agent you want to build to be able to do that thing for you, it is AI automation engineering. I hope I've been able to answer most of your question, if not all, Robert. This lady, your hand was up. Why did you drop your hand? Please keep your hand up. I would call you now. Okay. I was just answering Robert's question. Okay. I'll call you now. Somebody just dropped their hand. Who was that? I can't really remember. But Robert, I've asked you to unmute. Did that answer your question?
Well, you spoke like a businessman. I was listening to you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. I just dropped. Also thinking as a businessman. I feel
Yeah.
that we are Nigerians. And whatever we do, the business
Mhm.
element must be there.
Okay.
So, so again, you wouldn't want to. I'm also a very busy professional where I work. You
Okay.
know, so I wouldn't want to say, when uh, people don't show up and all of that. Sometimes it's not
Yeah.
it's not as a result of people not
Negligence, right?
negligence or not taking it
Mm.
serious.
Yeah,
Sometimes they have a lot of challenges. I do a lot of, I mean,
absolutely.
I work with the oil and gas. As a matter of fact,
Mm.
I'm a manager,
All right.
so I do a lot of offshore travels, and all of that.
Mm.
Even though there are also internet facility around that, but I just want to experiment, just
Yeah,
want to
I
get
understand.
myself exposed to, a lot of stuff.
Mm.
So,
Yeah,
but again, I'll leave it, I think there's quite a lot of people, on the platform. I think I want to rest my case here, and
all right.
then, so I'll just leave it at that. Yeah.
All right. That's fine. So for people like yourself, I mean, how we've helped people like yourself in the past is this. Okay? If you don't attend classes, do you go back to the recording? Because we also provide the recording of the class to you. Okay. Now that's going to be the litmus test to even know how dedicated you are. So one way or the other, you'd have to go back to the recording, watch the recording, and then come back to ask questions. Okay. Now when we see that, okay, you are not attending class, but you are asking questions. Of course, we're adults. We know that things can come up. Okay. But some of the excuses that some people give at times, okay, can be very alarming, right? So that's why I'm big on dedication. And when you see somebody who is dedicated, like yourself, Robert, right? Even if you're on an offshore travel, you're going to squeeze out your free time. One way or the other, we all have free time. Okay? So that's simple. Even if it's 10 minutes per day that you are free, you dedicate it to the course and you are able to scale through. Okay. And that's even more reason why I would say that um yeah, you can save offline. Okay. There are two different things. You can save it offline. So because the goal is so you don't use data to watch the video. So there's option to save offline. We'll show you how to do that once you come on board. It's available on mobile, so you can save offline. Okay. So that's pretty much what it is. Okay. So for you, I would say go for it. Okay, go for it. Don't say, oh, because it costs a particular amount, you're not gonna go for it, or you are gonna go for it. Don't register because of the amount. Okay, register because it is something you want and it's something you see that is valuable. All right. So the young lady that raised her hand, where is she? Is that Ejiba Chichi? Chichi, was that you? Yeah, it was you. I have photographic memory. All right. Chichi, I've asked you to unmute. Go ahead.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good
So,
evening.
my question is this, right? I wanted
Yeah.
to ask because I noticed that I'm interested in the AI for project management,
Okay.
but my question is this: some of these tools, some of these
Yeah.
AI tools that we're going to be using,
Yeah.
and we have to have the paid version of those tools, or there's a way to get the non-paid version that still does the work. That's my
Okay.
question.
Okay. Very
Yes.
good. Very good question. We used Asana AI today. Let me see if I can
Okay.
even pull it up here. Can I bring it up? Where is it? Was it this? Yes, I think this is it. So this is Asana AI. Okay, it's a project management tool. Let me erase
Okay.
this. Let me erase these things from the screen. So this is Asana AI. All right. Was it this one we used? Uh, Give me a second. I just want to show you what it looks like.
Mm.
Hmm, this. I think it was this. Was it this? No, not this one. Yeah, this is it. So we used Asana AI, okay? And we created this, we call it a project plan. Okay, it's a project plan. All right, this is a project plan, vendor onboarding, building, configuration, and all of that stuff. You can see the timeline from January, from
Mm.
today, which is January, down to March. So this particular one, if you look at it now, you see advanced free trial, 14 days left. Okay. Now, this is an enterprise resource. Normally, you are even meant to register with this with a work email, which means your company is meant to register for this, onboard you, and then you use that for your project management. Okay.
Mm.
Now, yeah, you can, if you want to pay it by yourself, you can. But can the free version for that 14 days, can you use it to learn whatever it is you want to learn? 101%. Okay, you can do whatever it is you want to do, such that the only limitation is that after 14 days, you can't access it with this email, which of course you can create another one with another email and enjoy another 14 days as long as you are in the learning phase. So, but once you get a job, all right, you are not even the one that's going to subscribe for this. Your company does that for you and onboard you. Okay. And for most of the tools you'll be using, is very similar. Okay, it's very, very similar. All right, so I just wanted to show you that. So for your learning phase, you really don't need the paid version of many of these tools. All right, you don't need the
So,
paid version of these
okay.
tools.
So if you want to keep practicing on your own,
Yeah.
um, can you, how do you pay for, how do you pay for the the version that allows you to keep working with it?
All right, it's
Because
just clicking on
mm,
that button that I said that I showed you. If you click on it, okay, if I click on add billing info, it's just gonna ask me for my card payments. This charges $10 per month, for example.
no,
If
so
I want to
so
add,
the problem is not, sorry to cut you off. The problem is
all
not
right, no problem.
the how much it costs. It's because you
Okay,
mentioned that I have to have like uh an organization email that
yeah,
allows me to register. So if I'm paying as an individual, so it won't let me
yeah.
register.
No, it will. It will, even for the free version, it will. Okay. But
Okay.
usually asks for your organizational email because it expects that you are working in a team. Do you
Mm,
understand? So, for example, for me
yes.
now, I have my email is mohammed@tenalytics.org. So
Okay.
it will ask for such an email. But if what you have is a personal email, it will still allow you go ahead with the registration.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. All right. So I would be looking forward to seeing you in one of the classes, Chichi.
Yes, sure. Thank
All
you.
right. Okay, it's a pleasure. Now, let me see. I came late. What's the name of the AI? Asana AI. Asana, not Arsenal. Oh. Let me not catch you saying Arsenal. If I catch you saying Arsenal,
Mm,
Asana. Okay, ASANA. All right. It's a pleasure. Okay, so guys, I just want us to let me just show you again that slide. I love this slide. I don't know. I just love this slide. And to think that you can create something like this in a matter of minutes is mind blowing. So just sit down, take a moment, and think of what you can do, okay, of what you can do with AI and what the future holds. Now is the best time to skill up, okay? So don't leave this on the table and then 1 year down the line, I said, and there was this young man I met, oh, there was this young man I met that talked about this thing. He said this thing, oh. You don't want to find yourself in that shoe because as at that time, not only going to be more expensive for you to now skill up in AI, um, it will be highly saturated, even if opportunities are constantly growing, right? So everything is just pointing at the fact that it is better now than tomorrow. Now is the best time. Okay, tomorrow is the second best time. So do it now and put it behind you. So guys, congratulations as a nation as well. If you're a Nigerian here, congratulations. If you are an Egyptian and you're here, um, I don't know what to say, but congratulations as well. Okay. So, but again, we're talking about AI here. All right. So congratulations to all of us in the advent of AI. So again, do well to secure your spots, okay? And we'll see you on the inside. Cheers, guys, and have a wonderful night's rest.